Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making this beautiful boho dress, and for this type today I'm using 2 yards of this fabric. Then you're going to be needing your lining, a matching lining, because I'm going to be lining it. Then you need your machine thread. I'll be using 1 inch crinoline for the round hem, and also you need this long fringe. The length of this fringe is 20 inches. The length is 20 inches, so we'll be needing this. It's just a regular kimono dress that you cut together with the sleeve. Alright, I think I'll just use the lining to cut it out so that it can be very clear. You need to take the measurement of the length you want, where you want the fringe to start from. Then you also need your center back to your desired sleeve length measurement. Okay, so I'm just going to cut the length 2 times the length with extra. So I've folded the lining into 2, then I'm going to fold it again into 4 this way. It's not going to have zip at the back. I'm using 2 yards, so it's going to have joining on the shoulder, because if I'm to use it such that it's not going to have joining on the shoulder. The length I'll get will be 36, and I don't think my clients will want 36 because it will be really short here and she may not like it. So I'm going to make the length to be 40 inches. Then the fringe will now complete the rest of the length. Okay, so in that case I'm going to be having joining on shoulder. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'll first have a guideline since it's going to have joining on the shoulder. Then I'm going to measure the nipple points. My client's nipple point is 10.5, so I'm going to measure the 10.5, and then I'm going to measure the length that I want. I want it to be 40 inches. 40 inches, and this is the 40 inches. Okay. I'll come here on the shoulder. I'm going to measure the desired length, which I'm going to be using 18 inches. So I'm going to measure 18 inches here. Then I'll roll it straight to this nipple point line this way. Okay. Then the next, come to the hemline. I'm going to put the hip measurements divided by 4. My client's hip is 42 divided by 4. That will be 10.5. I'll put the 10.5, and I'm going to add extra 4 inches to it because it's going to be like a free dress. It's not something fitted. It's not snug on the body. Then I'm just going to gradually get a cuff and connect it like this. Okay, so let's see, I'm doing it this way. Can you see? Then gradually connect them together. Can you see? Like this. Doesn't really have any shape or anything. Okay, so next is just to put the neckline. For the neck width, I'm going to be making it to be 4 inches, and then the back neck depth I'm going to be making that to be 2 inches, and I'm going to connect it together. Then for the front neck depth, it's a V neckline, so I'm going to be making that to be 7.5 inches, and I'll connect it together. It's just like this. Let's just slant the shoulder maybe by 1 inch. So I'll come here, I'll measure 1 inch. It doesn't look something like it's slanted, but let's just slant it. And if you know, if you're slanting, you first measure 3 inches, just that, so that you'll be able to slant it. So I'll proceed. I'm going to cut this out. Back neckline. So I'm going to be using this to cut it out. It's going to be the same length. Lining and the fabric will be the same length, okay? So I'm done cutting. So remove the inner piece, that will be for the back, so that you can reshape the front neckline. To also do the same thing on the lining. Can you see the neckline? Can you see? So the front is looking like there's a facing that is on the good side. So we are going to proceed and just cut that out. So just measure 3 all around and then you cut it. So it's just going to be around the neckline. The reason why they did that, I think, is because it was not having lining, so they just used it to finish the neck area. Okay, but mine is having lining, but you know, customer, sometimes they may not really understand that, so that's why I'm just going to put the facing and be putting stay on it. So I think I'll just cut 2 of this facing so that I'll use one to turn the other instead of bending it like this, because you're supposed to just bend it like this now so that you can top stitch it on the neck area. But I think I'll just cut another one exactly like this. Out another facing, so I just had to join so that you can now cut it. I'll go and stitch here first before I cut off the center so that I don't mess it up. Okay, so I'll go and iron it now and trim off all this. Okay. So I'm just going to place it on the neckline this way. Still going to have lining, so I'm still using the lining to turn the neckline and haul and haul and haul. Okay, so it's just going to be like this. I'm going to put them in gum so I can marry them together. So I'll go and top stitch here. So I'm done top stitching. I'm done top stitching it on it. So the next I'm going to do is to attach the fringe to the hem line of the gown. Okay, so the next thing is to turn with the lining. So you place your lining on it right side of the dress will be facing the lining, then you turn around the neckline and also the hem line. So this is the hem line. Push the fringe inside. Push the fringe inside. Can you see it like this? The lining will be on top of it this way, and then you are going to make your stitch. So I will also close the side seam. So I'm going to iron. So this is the front. I'll also turn the neckline as well as the hem line and the side seam. So the next thing I'm going to do is to iron. This is the front, and we are done with the ironing. So you place the back on top of it so that you can close the shoulder. So you place them on top of each other like this, right side to right side. Then you do it this way. Look at the way I'm going to do it. Mash them together. You know, I've tucked in hemming gum, that's why it's glued together. Okay, so mash them like this. Then use your lining to wrap around it this way. Then you pin and take to your machine and you sew. Okay. So when you're done turning it, it looks like this. Okay, so when you're done, it's looking like this. Can you see? So this is the neckline from the good side. It's looking like this. They tag this thing there, so we can as well just tag it, maybe just to beautify it or something. I should have put it inside. I didn't think of it.
So you have not stitched it. Have you stitched it? Have you stopped stitching?
I've stopped stitching. Go. I should have put this one inside here. You can still lose it, but I put ending gum inside. So I'm going to just chook this inside here. So I loosened the facing just a little bit and I just insert this and stitch it back. So I'll be cutting this piece that I'm going to be using to create turn up for the round arm. Okay, and for that I'm just going to be making that to be like this. So the length here is 3 inches. It's just going to be around the sleeve round. Okay, you see the way I'm going to do it when I'm doing it. So I'm just using my iron to bring 1/2 inch inward like this. Okay, so I'm going to attach that band now. The right side of the band will be facing the wrong side of the dress, so I'm just going to place it on it and stitch around the hand circumference. Next, I'm going to place my crinoline. I will not allow my please just keep quiet. So next I'm going to place the crinoline this way, away from the seam allowance that I'm going to be sewing later on, because I'm still going to be closing the side by 1, so I'm just placing it 1 inch away. I'm not stitching on my previous seam. I'm stitching it this way. I didn't go close to the previous seam line I have there. Next, I'm going to flip the band and top stitch it on the good side of the dress. So the next thing, after you're done, next is just to go to your iron table and create your turn up by just doing it this way. Look at the way I'm doing it. Flip it out this way and then you iron it. there you have your turn up. Then after that you can just stitch down here so that the turn up will not be moving up and down. So this is it, I iron it flat, so just lift it up this way, then you adjust it the way I'm doing now, then you iron on it, and there you have your turn up. So the last thing now is just to close the side seam. I'm going to be using 1 inch to close the side seam, okay?